We back, Sheree. You gotta mute yourself, man. She out of tune, yo. She's so busy rocking out to Chuck Brown. She ain't got the right buttons pushed. I'm throwing her all the way under the bus. Let's go.
Keep what you got until you get what you need, y'all.
So I decided to play this song, y'all, because I'm thinking about October 13th and 14th. Now, it's still time enough for you guys to get in where you fit in for Bootstrapping Redefined. Many of us grew up thinking that bootstrapping was about coming from a place of lack. Bootstrapping is not broke. Bootstrapping is about coming to the table with your brilliance and being able to show up and add such great value that you begin to attract other people that want to play in the sandbox with you. That's how I've built my businesses over the years. My business, I only have one. I've only ever had one. And it was built on the back of a mindset of bootstrapping. And when I talk about bootstrapping, I'm talking about what does it look like to form strategic partnerships that make both of you guys, listen, more valuable than the sum of your parts. Come on, let's talk. I don't think they get it, Sheree. You need a who, not a how. Some of you guys are not scaling your businesses because you're too far involved in it and you're doing all the things. We're going to talk about that today because some of you guys need to execute your way to scaling your team. Let's go.
I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge, y'all. Give me the bridge now. I feel like
if you feel like busting loose, put me in the chat. If we waking you up this morning, come on, let's go.
I said, shine like, get it. Y'all said, I said, shine like, come on. Y'all said, I said, shine like, get it. Y'all said, give me the bridge.
Hey, let's get it. Great morning, Ryan. Good to see you. The entanglement coach. Great to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Ashley Love is in the building. Let's go. Sean G, I see you. I see you, Chef Yvonne. Come on, let's get down.
Bustin' loose when you want to deal. Bustin' loose doing what you feel.
Mr. I Am is in the building. Art Mitch, I know you feeling this. Your commander sitting there. What are y'all, 2-0? Come on now. We are no longer the NFC least. Well, maybe the Giants. I don't know about them. God bless their hearts.
Baby, do your thing.
How about them Cowboys? Y'all got to come see us. Let's get it. Baby, do your thing. Dominic just pulled up in the building. I got your text yesterday, Dominic, man. Good for you. This is what it's about. My hope is that you guys are not only inspired by what we do, but inspired to do what we do. It's all about execution. I don't care how lofty your dream is. I don't care how exciting your idea is. It means nothing if you don't pull the trigger on it. Get on down. Some of you guys have been in business way too long for you not to be profitable. Some of you guys have been in business way too long for you still to be flailing around with low-hanging fruit. The truth of the matter is that you need a team around you. That is the only way that we've been able to pick up and move from the U.S. to Panama City, Panama, and we live in our best life. Uh-oh. The maestro just pulled up. Nick at Night is in the building. Girl, when I saw your picture on social yesterday, I said, that's my friend. I miss you, Nick. Hey, Nick, we're going to be in Atlanta in 3 weeks. If I don't hug your neck, we're not friends no more. You understand me? You got to pull up, girl. Bootstrapping Redefined. Click the link at the top, October 13th and 14th. Their day pass is still available. I think they're like $79. Y'all come on and pull up. If you ain't doing nothing but to come through and say, hey, pull up if you're in the A. If you are not able to get to the A, we got you. It's called a virtual ticket. And we really are live, y'all. This is not a replay. This is a live experience where we're going to put you in the room with some of the greatest thinkers I've run into in the last few years. I can't wait to catch up with my guy, Bob Mackey. He won Shark Tank. He's going to teach y'all how to pitch. He's going to teach you how to land an opportunity to work with people who can take you to the next place. some of y'all running nonprofits over there not profiting. Listen, just because it's a nonprofit don't mean you shouldn't make money. Are you kidding me? How do you give away that which you do not have? All my philanthropic thinking people with no money. You broke, but you trying to give everything. Well, come on. Y'all, cut it out. My life has been a life committed to service, but I can promise you, I can't serve people with nothing in my hand. The money is a tool, y'all. Let's stop it. It's a tool, and it's a tool that allows you to leverage possibilities. Well, if you can get your company generating revenue, I promise you, the other stuff is real easy. We're going to teach you how to do that October 13th and 14th. Let's get it. Yeah, I woke up on something different today, y'all. I'm over here a whole pan of Rickon. What?
What's that new dance y'all doing that?
Hey. Y'all know nothing about that. Cherie over here doing the WAP. If y'all not watching this mess on TV, oh snap. Lord Jesus. Y'all need to hop on over here to KBC and TV and check this out. This is crazy. Hey. Great morning, everybody. So good to have all of you guys in the room. Everybody is pulling up. Cherie, I really want to talk about this idea of getting out of your head and getting to the place where you execute more than you ideate. You execute more than you ideate.
Yeah, I think that's a great topic. I think especially for creatives, you can overthink. Well, creatives and also those of you that are thinkers. So we like to we use the 4 animals to describe people's personality traits. So if you are a flamingo, you're a creative in many cases. If you are a turtle or a chameleon, oftentimes you overthink things. And so when you overthink it and you overprocess it and you keep marinating on it, letting it marinate and you never actually pull the trigger, that you never get to execution because you're picking it apart before you do anything. And I've learned because I'm very much, my primary personality trait is a chameleon. And so I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. I can overthink things, but I've learned to just go through the window. Stop waiting for things to be perfect because nothing's ever going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And if you keep waiting for perfection, you will never actually move forward.
Speaking of moving forward, one of the things that I want to encourage you guys is that a lot of times, if you think about it, let's just take a time to kind of unpack that thought process for a second, Cherie. The longer I overthink something, the longer I think about, the more time is passing, right? Many of you guys know that just this past weekend, I lost a great friend of mine. Cherie is doing the most, y'all. I'm about to fire. You about to get fired this morning. Listen, thank you. So anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program, already in progress. Listen, so I lost a friend of mine this past weekend, guy that I've known for more than 30 years. And he and I, before we both got married, originally we used to hang out quite a bit. And then we both got married, started having kids. They moved to Georgia long before we did. And one of the things that I loved about Sean is that he was known for executing. I remember when they picked up and they moved to Georgia, we all sat around like, you gonna do what? And a lot of times what ensues, listen to me very carefully, depending on the culture you grow up in, when you decide to take action, people look at you sideways. People don't generally get excited for you when you take action. Ryan, I'm watching you as you are growing your family, my friend. And I'm watching you in these streets returning to a level of execution that's hitting my radar. I'm seeing you move, right? Here's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that in all cases you need to constantly be pulling triggers, but you need to be in a mindset where let me try this now and see what happens, because time is running out. Time doesn't belong to us. And I'm realizing this. I'm like, Sean is my age, and he was the epitome of health, the epitome. The guy owns a D1, or he owned a D1 sports training facility. Anybody know anything about D1? A lot of athletes retire from the league that they play in, and they'll buy these sports franchises or these franchises because it is in alignment with what it is that they do in the sports arena. And but he was the epitome of health, so much so that they're going to do a memorial service because they're going through all the autopsies because they're trying to find out what happened. They still don't know. And the crazy thing is that I can say that he left this world and he's left deposits in the earth that will continue to grow because he pulled the trigger while he was here. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what does it look like to pull the trigger. See, because you got two choices. You pull the trigger, you're going to either be right or you're going to be wrong. It's going to either work or it won't. Here's what I can promise you. Wayne Gretzky said this: you will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So if there was assignment on your life, Ryan, to be able to teach and transform a group of young fathers, and by the way, Ryan, we're going to do a talk next week. I don't know if you know my guy, Jerome Gay, but next Tuesday, since this Kirk Franklin document came out, it's just resurfaced my love and my commitment to helping fathers overcome their father wound, helping men, particularly Black men, overcome that father wound that we have that doesn't allow us to be great because of a trauma we're holding on in our past. And that's always, anybody that knows me always knows that when it comes to couples and parenting and children and all that, that's the center of the core of who I am. Well, I saw a documentary while I was sitting at a cafe up the street from where we live here in El Cangrejo, and I'm crying in public, Ryan. I'm crying because I'm being reminded of the father wound that I've healed from. But I'm being reminded of the work we've done, right? And I'm saying I am feeling for the brothers who've not done that work yet. I'm feeling for the brothers who are still going through what Kirk Franklin is going through. And here's what's crazy to me, John. In that moment, I said, we got to do something. I got to do something. I don't know what to do. I got to do something. And you know what I did? I started looking on Facebook, and then it dawned on me that my guy had posted something about it. He was getting all these comments. And so since I know Jerome, I called him right then and there. I just texted him. I said, bro, you got a minute? He said, yeah, absolutely, Doc. If you know Jerome, everybody's Doc. and we talked. And when we talked, out of that conversation that took place because I saw something and I executed, we created an entire thing. That afternoon, I shot a promo. We put together a flyer. We've rallied together. We're getting ready to send out some blast emails to our community. And we're gonna congregate live online, and we're gonna help men that fast. That fast. And I think that a lot of times what I'm passionate about is the brother who will go unhelped if I decided not to pull a trigger. We're going to introduce them to some programming and some different things where they can go online and get some help and sit down with somebody who looks like them. Hello? Somebody that they can talk to. And this ain't going to cost nobody nothing. This is not about making money. This is about making impact. But you can't even make impact if you don't pull a trigger. So I just wanted to open up with that monologue this morning, guys, because I'm passionate, y'all. Life is short. And here's what I know. None of us own time. The more and more I think about time, the more I think about my process or the purpose that's getting me to or the process of getting me to my purpose, right? There is a process that's helping you to develop how to execute on the purpose that God put you on this planet. He did not put us on this planet to take up air. I am so sorry. Sorry to tell you, but your life is not a life that was designed to just live by yourself in a silo. You were designed for a purpose, on purpose, and God has put you on this planet because he wants us to fitly show up and fitly join ourselves together so that we can make a difference. And I think that there are too many of us, guys, that as a result of not executing, we're not making the difference that we should make. Keep on. It's 6:15, quarter after the hour here in Panama City, Panama. And we're going to go around the room real quick, find out how everybody's evening is. But the question of the day is, how has not pulling the trigger hurt you? I want to talk about that. As you think down the annals of time and you can see opportunities, you hear actors talk about this all the time when they get interviewed. A lot of times they'll say, what was the one role that you didn't take? And you look back and you say, oh my gosh, Like, you don't know this, but I should have been John Q, like, or whatever the case may be. And how have you learned from that? This is not about shame. This is about saying, no, here's why I should have taken that, or here's what I learned in not taking that. It reshaped how I think. We're going to go around the room. If you got something you want to share on that, do me a favor, put it in the chat. I'm going to go around the room and do a roll call in a second. But before we do that, let's check in with everybody on stage, find out how their evening went. Cherie, come on, talk to me, girl.
Good morning. Good morning, morning show. Welcome everybody that's joining us today, whether you're joining us by audio or you're joining us by video. Great to see you guys today. And today is Thursday, which means it's almost Friday. So yeah, I had a great day yesterday. I had a really good day. I had a lot of things I had to take care of. I had to go to the bank because I locked myself out of my bank account online, but I connected with one of a friend that we've met here. She is Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican. She's real Puerto Rican. They moved here from Miami. They're expats, but her and her husband both are originally from Puerto Rico. And so I connected with her so that I could have a translator to help me, which I needed when I went to the bank because no one in the bank speaks English at all. So I had to go to the bank yesterday to go get that straight. Then the day started with the whole debacle with the water delivery service. So we were trying to order, you know how you get the 5-gallon water delivered to your house. I had been going back and forth with them on WhatsApp. I couldn't get the account set up because I locked myself out my bank account. So I told them not to deliver the water, but they showed up anyway with the water. So I had to deal with that. Luckily I had cash, was able to take care of that. So that was the morning. Then I went to the bank to take care of that. Then from there, I had to go buy a cell phone because we needed a Panamanian number so that I could operate some of the apps, some of the different things here. But I already have my phone, my plan, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a phone. And so that was a whole experience going to all these little different places to find a phone. But I got a phone for $35. They actually still have prepaid phones here, the real inexpensive prepaid phones. So it's a decent phone, but it does what I needed to do. So did that, then got to hang out with her and her husband. We connected with Glenn and found out this truly was a divine connection. That they're believers. They are looking to do some things that we can help them with. But it was a true connection because there's some mutualism going on here. And so we did not meet them by chance. It was more than just her helping me, translate. We're really forming a real connection here. And so, yeah, so it was a good day.
It was a good day. Rocky is here. Jen is here. If you guys are in a position where you can talk, just clip it up and let me know. Definitely want to hear how your evening went. Going around the room, we're going to talk about the question, how has not executing hurt you? Looking in the past, going back down the annals of time, you're saying, man, I should have pulled the trigger on that. Because if I did that, I would absolutely be able to do this. Cherie, you got something else?
Oh, yeah. I didn't answer the question. So for me, the simple answer, when I have not executed, I was late. I was late on what I was supposed to be doing or where I was supposed to be.
Listen. I get it. And this is not about living in regret. This is about learning from the past so that you can fail forward. A lot of times, guys, what happens is we repeat stuff over and over again because we didn't learn the lesson, and we got to figure out how do we fail forward. And that way, I don't lose, I learn. Does that make sense? Some of us are losing because we're not learning. Let's go. If you're on stage and you got something you want to share or you want to talk about how your day was, let's go around the room. John, I don't know if you're available, bro. Come on, talk to me. How was your evening?
Yeah, good morning. I'm available. See. My evening was very well. Well, my day was impactful. James and I went on a couple of meetings. We have the privilege of not only one, we have 2 elementary schools that we have started up their media and technology clubs that will be offered at their after-school program from 3:30 to 5:30. So we're putting we just sent them over the curriculum yesterday, and as we partner with them, and we went on a site visit for one of our clients at the Bootstrap, and we have another conference for women called the First Lady something. I gotta get the name, but they hired us to shoot their conference up in Cobb County. So we had to do a site visit at the Renaissance Waverly. That was pretty cool.
That's a nice
And
space.
and then we had to do I became the new host on Total Reset, the show with Barbara Hopkins. And so we shot episode 2 and 3 as we walked down the acronym Pivot. So yesterday we shot about purpose and I for P and I for inner work. And these shows are just absolutely amazing. We can't wait to get them out to everybody and get them going. So that was our evening. And back to y'all, man.
I love it. I love it. No, that Renaissance Waverly is the first place that Cherie and I did our first conference. You may remember that place, Nikki. Nikki is in the building. Nikki came out and did the photo shoot, and she shot all of the pictures and all that stuff. She's a great photographer. But man, that was the first place we ever did an event as a MAPS Relationship Academy. We weren't calling it the MAPS Relationship Academy back then, but we had just formed. That was in 2017, I think it was. And we had just formed that community, and it was our first outside public event kind of supporting that community. I love that place. Let's keep going around the room. We got Rocky and then Jennifer. Christine just pulled up. Come on, Rocky. How was your evening if you're in a place where you can talk?
Good morning. My evening was great. I started rewrapping my car. So did that. Well, part of it. And then I joined Christine in her Mompreneur Challenge, and I'm actually dusting off my keyboard, Christine. She challenged us to dive into our passion today. So I pulled out my keyboard, and I'm going to start tinkering the keys again. I played piano for years, and I just stopped doing it. So I dusted that thing off, and yeah, that was my evening.
Piano? Rocky plays piano? Why am I just finding this out? Are you serious?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. Piano, saxophone, clarinet, contrabass,
No
clarinet.
way. No
Yeah,
way.
absolutely. I am a band nerd. Yes, I am.
Rocky, here's what's crazy to me. I swear, just when you think you know somebody, then you don't. Help me. Jesus. But it makes sense, though. It makes sense. I do not, now that I'm thinking about it now, why would I find that even hard to believe? I guess I'm just tripping because I didn't know. No, I love it, Rock. No, dust it off and let's get them keys going.
No, so Rocky, even hearing you say that, I'm just thinking, now I know who our middle granddaughter is Rocky. Mimi is you. So she's just starting violin lessons. She wanted to play the bass. Well, it started with the guitar, but then she went to the bass, but the bass was too big. She couldn't hold it. The upright one. So they switched her to the violin, but she is the creative. She's going to be Rocky when she grows up. I'm so excited.
Wow.
I'm excited. It's funny because I literally I have a violin. It's on layaway. Yes, layaway like this in the music industry.
They
I
still
have
do
a very
layaway
good
Rocky.
violin that I'm paying on because I want to start playing violin as well. So I'm excited for that.
We'll have to connect you with her. Maybe y'all can do lessons together.
Hey, she lives in South Norfolk, so maybe we can have her catch a ride up to the country. You know? We tell her we're gonna take you to the backyard of Busch Gardens, little baby. She'd be like, "Oh, goody!" Listen, I can see her now. No, I love it, Rocky. Well, keep us posted because I want to hear some of these piano lessons. You know, I want to hear you tinker. I would love to hear that. Jennifer J is in the building. Jennifer, I'm telling you right now, it warmed my heart to see you go live the other day. Yes. Warmed my heart. Your digs are set up. You're looking good. You was doing all the things. I was commenting in her on her live yesterday, y'all, or the day before, whenever it was, and she wasn't even giving me no energy, right? Nothing. Wasn't saying nothing to me. And Christine, I'm going in. I'm laying that chat out, right? I'm bigging her up. I'm doing all. I said, how's she not going to say nothing? And then it dawned on me. I said, well, you know, this turtle, she probably thinking, if I mess with Coach for one hot minute, I'm going to be off course. So I ain't messing with him. Come to find out she was on eCam and she never saw my chat. So That was hilarious, Jennifer. How are you, lady? How was your evening?
I am good. My evening was good. Yeah, that I had a lion moment and I just had to do it, and done is better than perfect instead of fussing over the details. And I think that's just really well in alignment with what we're talking about, because I wasn't executing, and that's what I need to do. I need to show up. And as much as I don't like it, that's what people like. They want me to go live. They want me to create YouTube videos. They want me to do all of these things. So that's definitely in alignment with what we're talking about. But yeah, Coach, you were going in on that chat, and I never got a chance to. My day was so filled yesterday. I never got a chance to stop and look to see like if anyone had commented or anything. And lo and behold, I said, oh my God, especially down to the fact where I sipped from my bootstrapping redefined cup.
Listen,
Oh, that was hilarious.
I saw her sip from that bootstrap and redefined mug that we had, the casters, the water bottles that we had last year. And I said to myself, and she a speaker this year, and she's sipping out my cup, and she ain't say nothing in the comments. Christine, girl, I was over there fighting. I said, Glenn P. Brooks Jr., this is not about you. Get your feelings off the altar and go sit down somewhere. This is her live. She's focused. Leave her alone. It started reminding me, Jen, when my mother used to say, if you don't leave your sister alone. So no, I love it. I absolutely love it. It was a hoot. It was a hoot. Christina's in the building. Grand Rising lady. It's good to see you. Look, we got you twice this week, I think, on camera. Maybe 3 times. Stop playing. Let's go living your life like it's golden. I'm telling you, I get excited when I get to see this chocolate woman's face. Let me tell y'all something. Those chocolate people got to stick together. There's not many of us left. There's not many of us left, John Schultz. So we gotta stick together. Come on, Christine.
Good morning. There are a lot of us out here. Yeah, we run deep. Good morning. Good morning. Good to be back. It's a challenge, I must say, every morning with this foot of mine. But I'm here. Thank God I'm here. So I don't know if there's a question. I don't know.
Yeah, no, just how was your evening?
Okay. Yep. Just trying to catch up. Read the room. I had a good evening. Yeah. Yesterday was day 3. Had to think of our Me Time challenge, and so we go live in our closed Facebook group via Zoom, and so the ladies are on fire about. Yesterday was a 1-hour pamper yourself challenge, and it may sound like, oh, I do that, but no, you'd be surprised how many women just kind of put it to the back burner. But the things they did for themselves was quite amazing. And one in particular I want to kind of bring up. I have no idea what y'all talking about today, but anyway, I'm going to bring this up. So one of the ladies, I was asking, what does she do to pamper herself today? She said, I made decisions. And her decision was to say no to herself. And as a mom, that is huge. To pamper yourself by letting yourself off the hook for whatever that thing is that you felt like you're tied to do. And it freed her up to enjoy herself. And she went to go have a macaroon. So there was that. But just loving that fact that I have the opportunity to pour into other women like me, whether they're older, they're younger, empty nesters, single moms, married, or don't even have kids at all, but they're married to their work, or their work is their baby, and they don't know how to let it go or pause to take a break for themselves. So that was my evening between navigating my foot. And I got this little thing called a lease the other day for a new building. Haven't signed it yet because y'all know me. I got
it. Yeah. Let's go.
That's that the other day. Yeah, so I'll make some official announcements later, but I have a little 12-second video with me on my scooter, and it just says, I'm rolling into my next. And I haven't posted it yet. So that was my evening. Oh, yeah. Oh, and so for my pamper time, my husband took me to the movies. which people know. The people that know me, I don't like movies. I don't go to movies because I'm always like, I can be doing a million other things in that 2 hour time frame. However, for me to be intentional about taking time out for myself, and doing something, and be fully involved. And it's Hercule Poirot. It's one of those. It's Agatha Christie's series. I absolutely love stuff like that. That's the kind of movies I go see. I don't want to go see the Marvels and all that type of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, me, whodunits all day long. So anyway, I was loving on me yesterday with the help of my husband, of course. But yeah, that was that. That was my day.
Yay. Shout out to Sean, killing the game, being the listen, he posted something, said, I'm already wore out because of what I got to do tomorrow or something like that. It's like, now I stopped and said a little prayer for my man. I'm telling you right now, because he out here in these streets doing the whole husband thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I have another week in this splint, and then 8 to 10 weeks in a boot, plus physical therapy. So yeah, y'all pray for him.
Yeah, no, that definitely. We praying for you, but let's pray for him. No, I promise.
8 weeks, sister. We spoke
Right.
it. 8 weeks. Thank you.
8 weeks. When John dropped the sister, y'all already know he low key telling people what to do. You know, he said, wait.
Yeah. John and James reached out to me yesterday. I haven't been on here, y'all. So y'all give me a minute. John and James reached out to me yesterday just to check on me. So when I got that call from the ATL, it perked me up. It made me excited. I felt loved because I know I am loved. But yeah, when you move from business ship to friendship, it means something. Same thing for Rocky. Rocky's constantly checking on me. Cherie is. So yeah, it's a true friendship here, with all of us. And so Jen's been texting me and praying for me. So I'm definitely feeling the love. For the love. Yes, Coach has been sending me emojis, y'all. He's been,
I was gonna say she forgot to shout out. I've been trying to love on you too, Christine.
You have, Coach, you have been sending me little chocolate emojis. And because my phone is in dark mode, I don't always see them. Because his
But you just seeing the eyeballs.
Right. So, but anyway.
You need another complexion for that emoji. It is really dark.
Yeah, light me up one shade. Give me
Yeah. To go up one shade.
Look, I'm weak. I ain't messing with y'all. How about I've been using these emojis for the last, I don't know, how long have I had an iPhone? Like,
I don't know. I've been telling you you're not that dark. I don't know why you have your emoji so dark.
You're not. Bound that everybody uses dark mode. I'm gonna need you to go up a shade. But yes, Coach sends me emojis and he checks on me. So I feel the love.
to go up a shade. I am weak. Oh my
God. Christine will half sleep. You would have scared the hell out of her.
Right. It would have came just big eyes, like,
Look at it.
Or change the color of the hat. Something.
Right. It's the hat and
It's the hat. It's the hat.
John, you stupid. Because John Joy ain't got no hat on. He's straight coming through with the baldy. And so John said, it's the hat. It's the hat.
I put the gray, right, and I put the gray in my beard. So yeah. Because I'm that shade above. I'm that one shade up. I keep trying, like, you better get on that mahogany instead of that dark thing.
I can't with this. You better get on. Listen, y'all know we grew up in they say, boy, that boy's so black, he blue black.
You are not that dark. I don't know why you have this. You had a dark, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. You
I've been raised.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something real true story. Really, really, really quick.
He was being real. He was calling himself being real, and we appreciate the authenticity. At the same time, bro.
At the same time.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Let's
Right. He did 70% cocoa, not 100%.
Listen, I love my
Okay,
cocoa.
you just got excited, y'all. He got excited because the new emojis were out with different skin complexions. So he said he gonna choose the darkest one to make it.
got the tape.
Shut up. Rocky, you be quiet. Listen, how about listen. So when I first got an iPhone, real quick story, my son had an iPhone before me, and I hadn't changed the color of my emojis or the gifts and all the things, right? So with the iPhone, you can change the shade of the color. I don't know if you can do that with Android. I don't know. Maybe y'all will tell me. Here's the deal. He said, Dad, I'm going to need you to pick a complexion that's truer to what your real complexion is. And I was like, well, the light is just a little lighter than what I think I am. The dark may be a little darker, but I'm going on the dark side. I am walking in on the dark side. Yeah, I am. I was 14 years old, John. I was a junior counselor at a day camp. And we used to take the kids up, go swimming. And so, and I was the only Black junior counselor. So it's a throwback Thursday. I'm telling the story. Get the picture. I'm the only Black junior counselor. I'm 14 years old, and all the counselors are white. They go to the pool, and white folks get the oil out. They lather themselves up, and they lay out because they're trying to get dark. Well, I don't have to try to get dark because I am. But what I wasn't was even dark. Y'all understand. You're darker here, but you're not as dark there because just like everybody else, you know, you got a little fade going on. So I leaned over to one of the counselors and I said, I'm going to need you to pass me some of that suntan lotion. She was like, suntan? I said, listen, I need to be chocolate all over. Say bless, say bless, say bless. Yeah! Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, that boy loved that dark skin. I love it. Y'all, we're going to get into the topic of the day real quick before we switch over. I ain't messing with you, Rocky. I'm not even talking to you, Rocky. If you're in the room, Grand Rising, great morning. Good to see everybody. Super excited for everybody that's pulled up. Running down around the room. Just want to check in with everybody really quickly. We'll start from the bottom and then we'll go to the top. And then we'll go to the question of the day. And then we're going to switch to Tech Thursday. Is it Janam? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but good to have you in the room. Grand Rising, my friend Kathy is here. Judith, good to see you. Alicia Caldwell is back in the building. Good to see you, Alicia. Anisha is back. Nurse Anisha, come on, talk to me. Rhoda Ragland from Georgetown, Kentucky is in the building. What up, Mike? What it do? Malika is in the building. Shout out to all my DC people. Maria is in the building. Grand Rising. Maria, it's good to see you. Always a pleasure when I get to see your face in the place. Shout out to the MMC community. Tammy, my good friend, is in the building. Takia, good to see you. Always a pleasure when we get to have you in the room. Jill Hines is in the building. Sakina, I'm going to tell you right now, the hat and the glasses, girl, got it popping over there. I ain't mad at you. Let's go. Dr. Pam Fawcett is in the building. Dr. Pam, I can't wait to hug your neck at Bootstrap and Redefine. For those of you that don't have your tickets, please click the link at the top of the room. It's going to be a situation. Speaking of hugging necks, Nikki, I told you, you're fired as my friend if I don't get to see you while I'm in Atlanta that week. You hear me? Talking to me all crazy, talking about, well, I just thought you're fired. Flying all the way to Panama, from Panama City to Atlanta, and I don't get to hug my sister's neck. The devil is a lie. Yeah. Dominic is in the building representing the whole state of Louisiana. Let's go, Baton Rouge. Karen is in the building. Chef Yvonne is in the building. Sean, good to see you. My guy, Dr. Hightower, good to see you in the building, my friend. James, thank you so much for all of what you do at KBC and TV. I'm on the stage with my friends, Christine, Jennifer, Rocky, John, Cherie. Y'all, we are the morning show, and this is our motley crew. Today's question, and we're going to do a topic of the day really quickly. Done is better than perfect. Put that in the chat. Done is better than perfect. My question is, and here's the question today, why? Why is done better than perfect? And we're talking about executing. And Jennifer, you said something that I really hope you can kind of unpack a little bit. I know Jennifer well enough to know that Jen is more than a perfectionist. Jen, her mind thinks details. It thinks, where are the weeds and how can I go find them? I just want to hang out in the weeds. That's how she moves. And for her to pull triggers, it's an act of Congress. Are you kidding me? But she does it on a regular basis, and she can make the adjustments fairly quickly these days because she understands that done is better than perfect. My question is why? Y'all can take this anywhere you want. Come on, talk to me. Why is that the case? Come on, Rocky.
Yeah, it's the case because perfection doesn't exist. You will never reach perfection. There's no gauge for perfection. I would say the gauge is Jesus Christ, and he's not back yet. So you're driving yourself crazy trying to reach a point that you'll never get to. But do it.
Listen. See, I love when Evangelist Rocky shows up. You hear me? She said he ain't back yet. So last time I checked, the standard ain't you. Oh, snap. Anybody else? Come on, chime in. Why is done better than perfect? Come on, Jen.
All right. So because you are lying to yourself, in the words of Coach Kendall Flickland, you are lying to yourself when you don't do what you need to do. So when I don't get these things done and I need to get done, then I'm lying to myself, I'm lying to my family, I'm lying to my clients because they need to get done. I need to show up to generate more business. I need to show up to let people understand my expertise and that I know what I'm talking about. People are counting on you to show up. And when you don't show up, you're lying to yourself and you're robbing them of the opportunity to be able to experience what you have. Now, I do want to talk about the perfection. I think that when a turtle says perfect, it's a feeling, right? It's a feeling of making sure things are in place. So, what things need to be in place? Yesterday, I didn't have an offer ready. Yesterday, I didn't have anything together for them. I didn't have my comments. I didn't pull up Instagram. I was on Instagram, but I didn't pull up YouTube. I didn't pull up Facebook or LinkedIn so that I can engage with my customers. But what did we just say? To fail forward. So what's going to happen next week when I show up live? I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have my offer ready. I'm going to already have my description ready so I can just drop it after. I'm going to have the comments worked out. Me and Coach texted a little bit, so I do have to just go in and figure out how I can see the comments with Ecamm, because at this point, you're seeing me use something that I'm already paying for that I need to use because I'm paying for it. So I need to get the most out of it and stop paying other software systems to do the same thing that what I already have could do. But it's the fail forward that I'm looking forward to. And it's the feeling. It's the feeling. Do I feel good that I went live yesterday? Maybe. Because those things that other people would say, well, you're trying to make it perfect. No, it's my feeling. It gives me anxiety. You guys see me rock back and forth when things weren't right or you were going off the rails. I get that same feeling. So I think that perfect for everyone is different. And you have to know yourself well enough to know what you can and can't do and when you need to pull the trigger because your perfection in your own right is holding you back. I yield my mic.
So Jen, I'm mad at you right now because why you call me out, but it's okay. Yeah, I know for me, it definitely is based on a feeling. That perfection thing. If everything is not lined up the way in my mind it was supposed to be, it'll paralyze me because then I can't move forward because I'm so concerned about all of the steps because I think strategically and I map out everything in my mind before I do anything. And if one little piece is off, and John, leave me alone. If one little piece is off, I lose it. I'm in my emotions. I'm like, oh my God, this is not working. It's just everything's falling apart and I can't move forward. And that's something that I struggle with, but I'm getting better because I have the support system around me. You guys help me to move forward. You guys help me to push past that, because me in of myself, I will get stuck in my emotions with, oh my God, this is not going right. So I'm just not going to do nothing. Just shut it down. We're not going to do nothing. And so, but that comes from me being a strategist and me thinking before I do anything, I come up with all these steps. And so I'm going down this checklist. And if one thing don't get checked, I can't move forward. But sometimes you got to just be like, okay, just skip over that and just keep going. It's going to be what it's going to be. And that's been a struggle for me. And so I understand, Jen. I mean, it's like we have to get past that emotion and just do it. And then, like you said, then take lessons from what you did and then do it different the next time. But everything doesn't have to line up. Everything doesn't have to be there for you to do it. Sometimes, Nike said it, just do it. We have to truly adopt that and just go through the window and then course correct on the backhand side. Because for me, I will get paralyzed in but we haven't done this step. I can't move forward because this isn't in place. And so I'm learning, John, I'm learning, Glenn, I'm learning to just let things flow and just, it's going to be what it's going to be. And so I'm learning to embrace that.
Yeah, Rocky and then Christine. This is a hot topic. Let me reset really quickly, Rock. For those who are just pulling up, 47 minutes after the hour, welcome to the morning show. And I just want to let you guys know Tech Thursday is on the way. We're talking about, the question of the day is, why is done better than perfect? Come on, Rock.
I love when you reset right before I'm about to speak, because I'll be about to lose everything I'm going to say. So I'm going to say I'm the queen of just do it. Only because, I'm just going to put it this way. Take it how you want to. I love what Jen said about you're not showing up for your people. What I'm going to say is, I think sometimes, and this isn't in reference to Jen and Cherie, they just happen to speak about it, you have an identity crisis. I think you truly forgot who you are and who you are to people. Because what you see as perfection, people are looking at you in awe. So while you're waiting to get it just right, people are waiting for you to show up again like you've done before, over and over and over and over again. It blows my mind when I hear Cherie and Jen talking about, I'm just trying to get it right. What? Jen got my whole system together in a day. Cherie calls me up and fixes my problem in 2 seconds. So I'm trying to figure out the mind thing. You're really holding yourselves back. And if you just, like, I love Mel Robbins and the 5-second rule, do the thing in 5 seconds. If not, put it on the list. If it's been on the list for about a week, take it off. You're not going to do it. Because really all it is an excuse to not move, or you're not prioritizing and organizing yourself to just move. Just like Jen took responsibility and said, you know what, I should have had this set up. And then she's going back and looking at her past mistakes. But again, remember who you are, write down what you've done before and how you showed up before, and then show up again. You've done it before. And I'll mute my mic.
I'm gonna need y'all to pass the offering plate. You understand me? Come on,
Y'all see me ugly crying. Because Rocky is talking to us.
I'm over here dying. That ugly cry is crazy. If y'all watching on Clubhouse, that Cherie, you stupid. Come on, Christine, talk. They are.
How am I supposed to go after Pastor Rocky? Oh my gosh.
No idea. You understand me?
Very similar to what Rocky just said. Perfection is just an excuse not to show up. That's really what it is. And I was that person who was afraid to execute because I thought it had to be perfect. But here is what hit me like a ton of bricks. When I don't show up, I am hindering someone else from, one, getting their blessing, but from, one, fulfilling their purpose. So when I found out what my purpose in life was, my purpose in life is to help you get to your next so that you can achieve your purpose. So if I am not doing that, then I am not fulfilling my purpose, and then I have to answer to God. So when I get in my head about a lot of things, because I still do, I have to go back to my why and go back to my purpose and understand that it is not about me being perfect, but it's about me being authentic. Like Rocky was saying, showing up for me first, saying, yeah, you're going to do the daggone thing. You're going to do it now. And however it comes out, it comes out. But I no longer use the excuse of I can't do it because it's not perfect. I'm just going to do it because I'm fulfilling my purpose. I'll yield.
Listen, John, come on through, buddy. Come on.
So Christine M. Psalms Meredith. I like Meredith. I don't know. It works for her. But Christine Psalms fulfilled her purpose. We did her shoot enough. In all her analytical and her turtle mind, I love it. For me, James and I, because I'm a business partner that is a turtle. So James is already highly analytical already. So then to partner with Christine with enough and to go through that litmus test, which I love. Anytime she recommends us, I told James, well, she recommended us, we might as well get ready because I know they're going to take her recommendation. Sure enough, the client called us, said, hey, Christine recommended us, so and so. Then of course it goes to my strength. I'm a close because I ABC. I always be closing. So I close and I hit back with Christine. She was like, well, I just did what God said. I recommend it. And I was like, well, we just give you a report to confirm we closed. And then now we working together again in November. So both people landed in their purpose. And that's just because we just did it. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't shit. Everything he asked for, just send it. We sent it with confidence because we just went with one of the most analytical people in this world, Christine Meredith. Just like when we did our major website with my sister, Terry Russell. My sister, Terry Russell, knew exactly what she wanted with our website. She kept going back. She had it written down, kept going. So anytime somebody asks us to do a website, yup, we can do that. How do you know? Because I just went through with this lady who flipped over every stone, pulled down every shade, cut on every light, anything, and going through that process of learning how to take the information and don't take it personal so that we can be better. Now we use that website and we have garnered new business because of her website. It was so complex. So I appreciate it. Done is better than perfect. Yep, we're going to go out here. And now we know this next show. We know how to shoot this next show because of what we went through with Christine's show. So now I know how to ask more questions. So I was asking Christine, well, what about? Okay, never mind. We're going to bring what we think may happen so we be prepared for what might happen. So,
John, let me say this, man, and I got to go back to something that Rocky said. You're right. And one of the things that, I'm encouraged, whenever you do it, you become better over and over and over again, incrementally. So when we watch Christine take charge of a show that has gone left, she's done that show 15 times. She's practiced it probably 15,000 times. If I talk about all that goes in every show she does every year that culminates their season, right? So that comes from the doing. And I don't think that Christine, people understand that. Yesterday, I had a chance to speak with Rocky's community yesterday, and we talked about some of the essential keys that you need when it comes to building a team. Well, I knew that afternoon that I was going to have to do that particular talk outside of my comfort zone of my studio, right? I knew that. So I took all my stuff to do all the things. What I didn't anticipate was the noise level of where I was going. I didn't anticipate that, the restaurant that I was going to be meeting at didn't have a room quiet enough and that I would have to do this talk outside. And that even though I had the space and there wasn't people noise, there was street noise. Well, the street noise was irritating me to the point to where I was distracted and kept saying, I apologize for the background noise. And then this is when one of the other colleagues, her colleagues stepped in and said on mic, hey, coach, just a FYI, we can't hear that noise. And so what that said to me is that, bro, you're being the noise by introducing something that ain't in the room. A cardinal sin in radio. You have a bad break and you live in that bad break. because you didn't come and transition the music right, or you missed a commercial. Well, guess what? Everyone else has moved on. Why don't you? And this is what it dawned on me, Rocky. And I have to go back to when Pastor Rocky showed up and started preaching to everybody. I have to remember who I am. Cherie has had to remind me in the background, like, before I go speak on a subject that I wrote a book on. I'm all nervous and trying to figure out, okay, well, make sure we got all this. She said, babe, why are you tripping? You literally wrote the book on the subject that you're getting ready to talk about. What is wrong with you? And it goes back to what Rocky said. I think what happens is, guys, we forget. We forget who we are. That's why God could say to Moses, when he says, how are you going to send me, Lord? How are you going? He said, who shall I say sent me? You said, tell him I am sent you. Tell him I am that I am sent you, brother. And I need you to channel that. And you are because I am. So I need you to get out there. I need you to do your job. And I need you to stop tripping. Come on, Christine.
When you were talking, and then when John was talking, I think about that 100-day of execution that we're getting ready to go into. And I think about bootstrapping. Our Redefine conference is coming up in October. And done is better than perfect, right? But when I think about how you said that I've done this 15 times, so I know how to walk into a situation and command the situation. Don't let the situation command me. But when we go into that 100-day challenge, we're going to be in a room with people who've done what we're trying to do. When we go to bootstrapping, we're going to be in a room with people who've done what we're trying to do. I say that to say, because I don't want people to use this excuse of, oh, well, she's done that before, so she knows how to pivot when something like that happens. I'm trying to write this book and I've never done it before, so let me not execute because I've never done it before. But guess what? Christine's done it before. Cherie's done it before. Glenn has done it before. Who else has written a book on the stage? Somebody else has done it before. So that alleviates the excuse of I've never done it before, so I can't execute. I don't know how to be perfect because I've never done it before. Just because you've never done it before, if you get in a room with other people who have, then they will show you how to get it done, but not be perfect. And I said it like that on purpose.
Listen, come on, Rocky. Listen.
No, I love what Christine said to add to, because I was just about to go there. First and foremost, let me just say, y'all lucky y'all can't see God's facial expressions when y'all be saying the things that y'all be saying to yourselves, because I feel like he be looking at us crazy.
Close your mic. Close your mic. Close your mic. Close your mic. What?
Right.
Rocky? What?
Right.
What?
Listen, Rocky.
She got elevated to Bishop. Come on, Bishop.
Coffee. Come on. We have now elevated her. She's gone from evangelist to pastor down. Bishop Rocky, continue.
No, I'm dead serious, because again, okay, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a bishop. I'm not anything. But what I'm saying is you do forget that you have greatness inside of you. And I know that's like so motivational, but you do. But the second part of that is it's not you that's trying to get it right. It's either a tool you're missing, a coach you're missing, guidance that you're missing, accountability that you're missing. It is something missing to make you feel like you haven't got it right. So instead of putting it on yourself, find out what is that thing that will take you to the next step and just go get that thing. So I sit here and I beat myself up all the time. I'm like, okay, I've been in business 10 years. I still haven't hit my 6 figures. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm wasting time managing social media accounts and growing people's pages instead of my own. So I need to stop doing that. So my next tool is to walk into marketing consulting. But I'm not going to say, oh my God, Rocky, you haven't been doing your thing. You should have did better. And if I did this, no, what is the tool I need to take me to that next step so I can stop this work stoppage? If you're in the military, you know that word is huge. Military contractor, whatever. If you hear that work stoppage, everything just freezes. It's a whole thing, okay? So you are reaching a work stoppage because you don't know what it is that you need next in order to push you forward. So I wouldn't even say perfectionism. Just find out what your work stoppage is.
Ooh, this is just getting too good, Rocky. Whenever you're ready for Tech Thursday, I'm just ready to get off this hot button. Jesus.
I feel like this is my day or something. Like y'all coming for me, but it's okay. It's okay.
I love it.
The work stoppage from Bishop Griffin So here's the thing. And here's the ability. When I was doing the pre-recording last night on on the inner work, and the bishop pointed that out. So Rocky, let me just show you how you've
I'm
been.
crying, y'all.
Well, it's a jest, but it's also in truth, because truth comes from where truth needs to come from. And here's what Christine showed me and James yesterday. But the inconvenience truth is what startles people, and they think that we're being frank, we're being raw, we're being real. That's what's funny is we call inconvenient truth being real, but it's just the truth when you didn't want to get it. And when Christine broke that down to us yesterday, people got to challenge what people giving them the truth in inconvenient times. We want it when we need it, or when we think we need it. But inconvenience truth is the one that really rattles you and transforms and begins the transformation of or entering into your inner work. You asked me that yesterday, Sheree. Well, how did you know what drove you? Inconvenience truth smacked me right dead in the face, and I had to deal with that. It stung so hard. You can't be like, I didn't get hit, because it stung so hard. So now what are you going to do with that? Learn how to block my face. So I had to enter into the inner work so I wouldn't get hit with that particular truth. Instead of being inconvenienced in my truth, I am now searching for the truth to walk in that more freely. That's allowed me to be free. The truth set you free. Well, you got to walk in the truth to be free. And so, man, come on, Bishop Griffin, come on.
Listen. Rocky, I got your note that you're having trouble getting on video. We're going to keep this conversation going until you're ready. You just let us know. John, let me say something to you, sir. The inconvenient truth. When you talk about an inconvenient truth, it's coming to get you to the place to where it's something that's normalized now. It becomes convenient. And that is something that I couldn't do for so many years, y'all. I couldn't speak truth to myself. And so what I would do is I would tell myself the lie that would comfort me so that I could shield myself from an inconvenient truth, because I didn't want to be inconvenienced. Here's what I know. If you're inconvenienced long enough, it will cause you to form a habit so that you can navigate that through that more conveniently, because inconvenience is painful. But the pain is designed to produce something so that it can stop being inconvenient over and over and over again. Some of us run businesses and we're having the same problems over and over and over again. It's because you've never accepted the inconvenient truth so that it makes you now show up. And it's like, you know what? That's no longer an inconvenient truth anymore. It's a truth that has caused me to now produce in a way that now I don't have to hear that anymore, because now it's become convenient. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, if I can real quick. And I think that that's key. And I appreciate you sharing that, John. I think that the root of it, and Rocky touched on this too, we lie to ourselves. Perfectionists, we lie as a perfectionist. And I'm going to speak for me. I'm not talking about nobody else but myself. I have lied to myself to give myself excuses not to execute, because it takes me out of my comfort zone. It's inconvenient. I don't want to push through certain things. It's easier for me to focus on these little details than to actually push through and do something that's not comfortable for me. And so I've gotten a lot better. But this is something that I deal with, because I have these thoughts that'll tell me, well, no, you can't do that if you don't have this. If you don't have this, you don't have this. And so even with the tools, those excuses are off the table. So like even with Rocky been teaching us about the AI and everything, I have no excuse now not to show up on social media. None whatsoever at all. So for years, I kept saying, Glenn, that's your thing. That's your thing. You do that. I don't do that. I don't do social media because I don't know how to do it. And I'm the tech person. I know tech, but I've used that as an excuse because I've lied to myself because it was inconvenient. I didn't want to own up to that. And so now I don't have any excuses anymore. All the excuses have been removed. So I have to execute. I have no choice but to execute. So if I don't execute now, it's simply because I just don't want to, but I can't blame it on anything else anymore.
I love it. Rocky and then Christine.
I'm coming. I just had to restart my computer. I apologize. That's that. I love that Cherie said that because, again, are you not doing what you need to do to accomplish that thing because it takes more work for you to do it in order to get there? That's something to consider as well. And I had to learn that it's easy for me to get clients and be a social media manager. It's harder for me to pitch a deal and talk to people to be a marketing consultant. I should have did this 2 or 3 years ago, but I didn't because it takes more work for me to reach the goal that I'm supposed to reach. But what you need to realize is even if it's more work at that time, once that work is complete and you get that quick win, then you've gotten there. And then the next thing, the next level up, okay, millionaire, I can be a millionaire. I'm a marketing consultant, but I need an agency. So it's going to take more work because now I have to build out my agency. But you can't keep slowing yourself down because it's going to take you more work to get there and then turning around and blaming it as perfectionism and trying to get it right.
Girl. Christine, I see your hand on the button. Come on.
Yes, Rockin', we're going to tag team today because that is exactly where I was going to go. So you talk about that inconvenient truth. We don't lean into the inconvenient truth because we don't want to go the extra mile. So you think about the convenience store because the convenience store is 0.2 miles from your house where you're going to pay more. Let me say it again. You're going to pay more to be convenienced because you don't want to go 3.2 miles to the other store where the bread is $2 less.
Girl.
That is the inconvenient truth.
Christine, you're going to pay more for less.
You're going to pay more for less because they're going to give you 5 slices less of bread for $5.99 versus if you went to the 3.2 miles extra.
And the crazy thing, John, look, John, you don't see them midget loaves nowhere else. I'm sorry. I know that may not be politically correct. Listen, them little tiny loaves.
It was reduced size. But Coach, listen to what she said. Now listen. Oh my God. You're going to pay now or you're going to pay more later. The point is you're going to pay. Now, how much you willing to pay? In time, convenience, sometimes in time. But that goes what Rocky's saying. If you plan to be a marketing consultant, which he's doing now, yes, it's an inconvenient truth, but it's worth the investment later. That happens. That's in all walks of life, financial, relationship, business. It's a principle. Convenience is the convenience store was made for conveniency, but it's not to maintain or sustain. And that's what we want to be. We want to sustain ourselves on a convenient truth because it justifies our behaviors. We don't have to make we don't have to transform from our behavior.
And let me just take it a step.
Why how'd you do it? Yeah, I did the diet. I took the pills because it was convenient. All I gotta do is take 2 pills. It suppressed my hunger. That might have suppressed my hunger, but it didn't teach me the behavior change. So when I ran out of pills or didn't want to go get any more, I just rubber band back because I didn't learn the skill. I just suppressed my hunger. That's not the transformation. That's called intentional starvation.
Listen, I got to take a break. It's 7:09, 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to pivot to Tech Thursday in a minute. But we talking about some of y'all are doing things over and over again, and it ain't productive. Snapping back like the rubber band man that you are. Come on. Grand Rising, everybody. Great morning. Good to have everybody in the building. It's 10 minutes after the hour, wherever you are. Rocky is getting in position. It's good to see her show up. We're getting ready to switch gears. Hey, Y'all better cut that rubber band in and out. Snapping back and forth over and over. It ain't working. No, I got to get this right. Listen, you ain't right. How you going to get it right? Just do it.
Oh, this dude is out of sight.
Listen.
Everything he does.
I'm in my bag now, Rocky. Took it to where your folks get down. Look, your folks was getting down with this one, Rocky.
I was so
And we was in the back seat talking about, go, mommy, go, mommy.
In the station wagon.
You get what I'm saying? With the wood panels on the side.
Hey,
It's a Throwback Thursday. Great morning, everybody. Grand Rising. Every single Thursday, we get together for Tech Thursday, and we're going to go ahead and switch gears. Was waiting on Rocky to get herself all the way together. You know, her computer be computering. Ladies and gentlemen, every Thursday we do a segment called Tech Thursdays where Social with Rocky comes through and teaches us a thing or two around tech and to help us leverage some things that way that helps us do our jobs easier, better, more consistent, much more efficient. Today we're going to talk about content research tools. Rocky, let's go.
All right, you guys. Good morning. Sorry for the delay. Let me adjust my life right here. All right. So I like to, first of all, announce that I have officially been allowed to use the name Frank Jr. So Christine has gave me permission. So therefore, since we're talking about perfectionism, I'm going to give you absolutely no excuse to how to find content that is going to convert for you. And yes, I'm going to be like my other co-host in my rooms named Matandra. She's known for snatching the edges, which means we are about to get you all the way right with no excuse. A couple of things that I'm going to say may hurt your feelings, but I have to give you the real or you are not going to progress. So what I will say first and foremost, and this is not an attack on Coach because he always thinks I'm coming for him, is that social media is no longer for friends and family. Okay. Social media is no longer for showing off what you do, showing off your lifestyle, showing off, unless it contributes to business. Let me put that out there. But if you're just posting it so that your friends can see and that your family can see what you're doing, it is no longer that way. I will tell you how it's transformed. Instagram, and I've been with Instagram since Instagram started. I always say I give birth to Instagram. Instagram started out as a photo sharing app. Then they slowly went into business tools. Then they went into creator tools. You now can get your leads from Instagram. You can set appointments on Instagram. You can buy on Instagram like it's a shop. Okay. You can have community channels on Instagram. You can do live on Instagram. All these things happened and they monetize reels. You can do reels. All of these things happen to help you in your business and to help you grow. Facebook was, of course, for friends and family, and it kind of still is. But if you haven't paid attention, you now can turn your personal page into a professional page, into a creator page. You can monetize with stars. You can now sell directly off of the platform. You can now go live and sell directly off of the platform. Everything is created in form of a business to help you grow. TikTok was the same way. It was kind of like a Vine where you just showcase your funny videos. Now you can shop on TikTok directly. You can sell your products directly on TikTok. You can have a series on TikTok if you didn't know that and monetize your series on TikTok. So again, it's switched over to a business. Okay. So what worked then is not going to work now. Okay. You showing your baby who is now 5 months old. No one really cares about that. Okay. You can probably take that to Facebook. All right. People will care. Your friends are still there. However, Facebook is going to look at you and say, oh, okay, that's cute. Now, how are you going to make money off of that content? Because that's what they're about. The more money we make off of the platform, the more attention and money they make off of the platform. So I'm going to pause there and I want to hear the thoughts of the panel. And if you guys are in the audience, I would love for you to come up as well, if Coach will allow it, for you guys to speak on this as well. And I know I hurt feelings, but you have to get into realization that you are a business or you are a creator on these platforms. And that's it.
Well, I'll chime in, Rocky. I think you are definitely on point. I think that we are still, a lot of us oftentimes still use it as a social platform because that's what it started for. But you can clearly see the transition and what's happened on these platforms. And we're trying to make that shift. Well, I'm making the shift. Coach is trying to make the shift. But he's getting there. He's getting there. But I think that, I mean, we have to use the platforms for what they're created for. Because otherwise you're just wasting your time being on them if you're not going to use them for what they're designed for.
Yes, exactly. Anyone else? Thoughts?
Yeah, I have a thought. So I hear what you're saying, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate just because. Um, so you're talking about, nobody wants to see your cute 5-month-old, but what if that is your brand? What if that's what you're trying to portray? How do you still differentiate between this is my brand, or should you, I guess, this is my brand and this is my life, or vice versa? What does that look like? Can you speak to that part?
Yes, absolutely. So if that is your brand, then you need to tie some kind of business into it. If you notice, and this isn't for everybody, just for some people, when you post stuff that isn't going to draw more traffic, you get really weak engagement on it. But say, for example, you post at 5. I'll use you, Christine. You're a mompreneur. If you had a 5-year-old and you posted your 5-year-old and you spoke about being a mompreneur and trying to manage your 5-year-old as well as doing business, that would get more traction than you saying happy birthday to my 5-year-old. I mean, people, friends and family, depending on the platform, will definitely chime in. But other than that, Instagram won't push it out. Because the way the algorithm works, the more people engage, the more engagement you get. The more people you engage, the more engagement you get. So your friends and family may like it temporarily, but after that, and you post something the next day that has to be relation to lifestyle that has nothing to do with business, you won't get as much traction.
So can I go further?
Yeah, of course.
So then it will look like, and I'm on board with what you're saying, but still playing devil's advocate. So then it will look like I'm using my child to get business. How do you address that?
Ooh, that is so good because people do it all the time. I wouldn't say you would use your child or your lifestyle or whatever to get business. However, if you do that, I think that goes back to your audience and who you have as your audience and your community, because if your community knows what you do and how you've cultivated them, then they'll understand that. Okay. Outside, if someone is looking at it, they don't know you anyway. And that's why other things versus just the picture is important. Your captions are important. Your hashtags are important. All of that stuff is in cooperation with that. So even if you're posting your child and you're saying happy birthday to my 5-year-old and whatever, you're still celebrating your child. So those of you that know as a community, your friends and family that know you will say, okay, yeah, happy birthday, Tyrone, or whatever his name is. Those that are in business, if you have a good caption, they can be like, oh, look, there's Tyrone. That's her child. That's what she does as a mompreneur. So it's a full encompassing post, if that makes sense, because it'll resonate with both sides.
And can I chime in real quick? And so for us, and because part of what we do is the MAPS Relationship Academy, which deals with marriages and parenting. So when we post things that are of family, of things like that, the key is the caption. What is it saying? How does it relate to? Because we're talking about relationships, but it has to tie into something. It has to be something that's adding value to people. It's not just, like we'll post like about our date night. That's because we're promoting and pushing people why it's important for you to have date night, why it's important for you to have that quality time. But that has to be in the caption. You can't just post a picture and be like, hey, we're on date night, we're eating here. And there's nothing explaining what the purpose in that picture is. It's to encourage people to do date night, why it's important for you to have date night, with your spouse or with your significant other and things like that. So I think the captioning is key. If you're going to use personal pictures, if you're going to use those things, it has to, like you said, it has to line up with what you're doing. If I sell purses, me posting pictures of me and Glenn going on date night has nothing to do with purses. It has nothing to do with it. And so in that case, it's not relevant at all.
Correct. And I'm guilty because I post selfies all day long on my Facebook, depending on platform. It has nothing to do with business and I don't get engagement. But I post a selfie because I don't show my face, but it doesn't resonate with anybody versus me posting this nice picture and this long caption. Which I love what Christine asked about the point, because literally you have to think business. And I'm speaking, Christine and Cherie, from a marketer's perspective. I'm not speaking from I'm the person that posts my kids, 5-year-old. Okay. From a marketer's perspective and the way that these platforms are working, no one cares about that stuff anymore. And I know no one wants to hear that, but no one cares about that stuff anymore. What can you do for my platform to get more attention to my platform so that we can grow and we can make more money off of you? We'll compensate you, but this is what works. So therefore, we're going to promote these people who are promoting us. If you're not promoting us and you're just using it as a photo album, we're not going to promote you. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, Rocky. One thing I just wanted to just kind of add to what you're saying is, I think the important underlying key is recognizing what the platform does, how it does it, and playing within the rules of it so it can do it for you. So, for example, if I am on a basketball court and I absolutely just intend on putting my foot on the line of the 3-point line, I can drain that ball from that line all day long, but because my foot is on the line, it will only count as 2 points. All I need to do is back my foot up 2 inches. And now that 2 points turns into 3 points and we can win the game. But if I decide that I'm going to defy the rules of the game isn't going to reward me. And that's what Rocky is saying. And I think all of us have been guilty of trying to manage that process. Rocky, and I'm sure you're going to get into this, but I think it's important for us to not necessarily fight the rules of the game, figure out how to play within them and be still your most creative self when you show up. Would that be accurate, Rock?
Yes. And I want to go back to Christina X if that resonated with her. So here's the thing. Like I said, and I'll go back to community. Yes, we have been on Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms for years. Okay. Like Facebook is like the platform that I'm just now, if you've noticed, starting to push more of my professional stuff on my Facebook. But that's where my cousins are and my friends and my family, because I don't connect with them otherwise unless I see my military friends, right? So I'm still pushing that content too to resonate and connect as well. But again, that doesn't work on Facebook. So I'll push this stuff and I'll show my car and all these things, but I'm making sure that it still, will get pushed by Facebook by putting something in there that's going to work for Facebook in order to get traffic to what it is that I'm posting. So, like I said, I know it probably bothers people like, dang, like I just posted my salad because I thought, okay, that's cool. Do it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But you're not going to move forward in that is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense, Christine? Hopefully I answered your question.
It did. And it just, because that's what you told me. When I hired you as my social media manager, we talked about that. And we just have to kind of reset or shift our mindsets into thinking, how do we want to show up? You can still show, the cute babies as long as it connects to your brand. Thank you.
Yeah, and I see Alicia said I've gotten increased engagement when I post a temporary family post. I think an occasional peek into my real life is interesting interesting to people because I rarely do it. I'm just not comfortable posting my family. No, absolutely, Alicia. If you have intention, like for us, we can just be posting it to post it. I do the same thing. Okay. I don't show my face. I barely show my face. Why? Because when I post my face on my marketing page, all I get is, oh my God, you're pretty, or let me sign up for this because she's pretty, or whatever the case is. And I don't want to do that. I don't show that. I don't show my kids because it's none of y'all business what me and my kids do. But when I do it on occasion, like when I posted the picture of me and Nichelle at graduation, it got massive amount of likes because people are like, oh my God, she is a mom. Like I can see that she's a mom, but what you don't see is me drowning my feed with my kids, me drowning my feed with selfies, because that's not what the platforms are for anymore. So if you receive that, put a receive in the chat, then we can move forward. But I really need you to dig into your head that if you are a business, okay, it is time for you to make business moves and get out of the space of, this is just for family and friends and stuff like that. And if it is, that's okay because you're not in it for business. But if you're in it for business, I need you to transform your mind into this is for business. Okay. So that being said, I made a post this morning. Okay. And y'all know it's Raw Rocky, Frank Jr. And I'm going to put this out because I've seen a lot of this. Okay. I've seen a lot of this. And it's interesting because I finally got sick and tired of what people were saying as far as the post. It seems like we are going backwards in life. People, social media life, that is. People are going back to follow for follow trains, engagement pods, all because Facebook said we're going to monetize you for getting increased engagement. So now people are like, oh, let me, you guys comment on my posts so that you can see me and Instagram can reward me. You act as if Facebook and Instagram can't see you begging for engagement. That's in the guidelines. If you want to get monetized for your engagement, which they're doing now, you can't ask for it. A lot of people don't know on Instagram, you can't ask people to follow you in order to get something. That breaks the guidelines. They will delete your account without question. You can no longer tag 30 or 40 people in your post for attention. Because if one person reports it and they're not in that picture, you've broken the guidelines. Your account will get deleted. And the problem is no one reads the guidelines. And guess what? Facebook owns Instagram, but Facebook guidelines aren't Instagram's guidelines, and they still will cut you out. You don't know about it. I was unaware is not an excuse. So you have to pay attention. So after me being on Facebook and seeing all the things people were saying, I made a post. I'm going to read it to you. And then I'm going to show you guys how to create content that will convert every single time. So here's my post. Bear with me. Clutch your pearls if you have to. Clutch them in advance. You're going to need it. I said, if you are not a marketer or study data and trends, insights and analytics, and had conversations with Meta on the phone, which I have, stop making these blanket posts about engagement and content and follows, etc. Here is a 10-year marketer. Let me help you. Allow me to help. Number one, follow for follow is whack. Your numbers will grow, but those people aren't interested in your business and what you serve. They want numbers just like you. Then you have the audacity to be mad when they don't engage with you. Well, you've just collected a list full of ghost followers, and now you're crying because your account is dead in the grave. Engagement should not be forced. Good content, intriguing conversations, inspirational stories, and using call to actions are what work. True engagement is genuine. Stop saying you are hidden like these posts. So now, when people write, oh, I'm hidden, like this post so that I know you see me. Okay. It's like you guys, I think the algorithm's hiding me. Like and comment on this post. That's what they do. We are all hidden. Instagram and Facebook only shows posts to people that you engage with the most. And that's it. So no one will see you unless you, in fact, start engaging with them. Here's a bonus tip. If you engage with them here on Facebook and you follow each other on Instagram, you will start showing up in each other's feeds from Facebook to Instagram. So if I start engaging with Christine on Facebook right now, I can go to my Instagram and I'll see Christine's posts because they're connected. You are monetized and get paid for engagement, but Facebook can tell if it's false. So is it worth it to have your account removed because you want a measly check for engagement because you are forcing people to comment by asking them to, when in the guidelines, Facebook clearly states not to do it? Oh yeah, but y'all don't read those guidelines. I'm sure this list will get longer and longer as I add. Here is what worked for me. 1, having my own agency and business. 2, monetizing my own content from digital products passively. I make between $1,000 to $3,000 a week, depending on the product. 3, getting monetized by Facebook organically, not through these pop-up engagement or Reels pennies. Think brand deals or bigger, working for Facebook and helping pushing content. 4, helping others do the same. And heck yeah, I'm a charge. You should too, because I am a full-time entrepreneur and I refuse to give you for free what I earned with a degree that took years to learn from experience. Number 5, building a community of people by giving value over and over and over again. No gatekeeping. Clubhouse, 14.1 thousand followers, in which I tell Coach all the time and other people all the time, Clubhouse isn't dead. We've grown by probably 500 to 600 people on Clubhouse every day. Like, it's a lot. Instagram, 14.6K. Facebook groups, 4K. Email list, 4K. I hope this helps you out. Now, to protect my peace, I told everyone, I'm going to make sure I remove everyone that talks about tactics and strategies, because as a marketer, I don't align with them. But do me a favor, stop spreading these lies and hyping these folks up over bull crap you've made up in your head. Signed, I get paid to do this crap. I'm editing. But if you truly need help, let me know. No gatekeeping. So if you see these posts, you guys, what I would say is don't interact with them. Don't follow for follow just because they say follow. Don't comment. Matter of fact, this lady, she just said, okay, well, I'm going to comment, you guys. She just complained about her account not being allowed to like and comment on posts. When you go through her feed, all you see is a slew of things saying, comment on this, comment on that. Let's comment each other. Let's follow each other. Let's da 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 da. Facebook banned you, sweetheart. That's it. All right. Any comments before I go into how to really find content that resonates with your audience?
Nope. I want to hear the content. Bump the comments right now. Y'all put them in the chat. Let's go, Rob.
Coach said, hurry the heck up. All right. So look, check this out, right? And I had to get on my soapbox because I need it to resonate with you guys.
And you needed to be on that soapbox. Let me put this out there, Rocky. I am proud of you for being your authentic self, telling people what it is, because this girl is perfected. Y'all, this woman has perfected this stuff. And I am of the opinion that most of us are not winning because we're not playing with the rules, because we don't know what they are. It's like people misquoting scripture. It ain't going to work for you because you ain't even got it in context. So please, Rob, Jesus.
Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly the methodology I use, the tools I use to find the content that resonates with my audience. And you can do the same. You can do this on any platform because this is search engine optimized and keyword based. Okay. Search engine optimized and keyword based. My friend Favor would be very proud of me right now. All right. So whether it's Instagram, because your Instagram posts are found individually on Google now, if you didn't know, your Reels are found individually on Google now. Your TikTok is found individually on Google now. It's no longer sustained to a platform. Everything is indexed on Google now. Okay. So we're going to go straight to it. All right. So the first place that I go to find content, okay, is Answer the Public. All right. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is the thing. Okay. Everyone gives advice about find what's trending, find what's trending, find what's trending. But guess what? When you find what's trending and it's already trending, you haven't found anything. You are literally lost in the sauce of people that are trying to post trending content because it's already trending. What you need to find is stuff that people are looking for and be there when they get there. Okay. Trending reels. I know you see this on Instagram all the time. Use this sound. It's trending. By the time you click on it, that sound has already been used about 15,000 times because people have already caught it before. So what Answer the Public is it is finding topics that people are searching for right now. So if you create a topic that people are searching for right now, then you are able to produce this content and then get the views and the traffic that you need. Okay. I'll give you an example. Matter of fact, I'm going to go backwards one step. Okay. I'm going to go backwards one step. You really need to start with Google Trends. Okay. So let me go to Google Trends. Google Trends tells you what's trending right now and what people are searching for right now. Favor had me install Glimpse. Okay. Glimpse is before Google Trends. Okay. GLIMPS. Okay. It is Google Trends, but it finds stuff before Google Trends. So you type in the keyword that you want to search for. I am on Instagram and I talk about marketing. So I'm just going to put in Instagram because I want to see what people are asking when it comes to Instagram. Okay. Now, if you look at the top, there's worldwide, past 5 years, all categories, web search, etc. This shows you what people were searching for. And you can also click here to get alerts for it. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch this to United States. I'm not too particular about the whole world. I'm going to, because I'm looking for what's trending, what people are asking for now, I'm going to go either the past hour, the past 4 hours, or the past day. Your best bet is the past 4 hours. What are people looking for in the past 4 hours? Okay, categories, if you want to, if you fit underneath one of these particular categories, I usually leave that at all categories. Web search is what people are searching for on the internet. Image search is what images, news, shopping for those with product-based businesses. And then YouTube search if you want to do a YouTube about it, okay? So when I popped in Instagram and I did the past 4 hours, I'm going to scroll down. And in the very bottom, it's going to tell me what people are searching for with Instagram, okay? So these, and it's normal, they're searching for people on Instagram, okay? So sorry, my microphone's hiding. Okay, so here, from what I see, there's rising and then there's top search. You don't want top search, you want what's rising. So the next thing that people are looking for that's in reference to what I'm talking about is the best time to post on Instagram. That is always up there. People always talk about that. Instagram settlement. There's something going on with Instagram. Okay, so if I click on this and I'm going to look at what search, it gives you all the analytics for what searches, what people are searching for. People are searching for Instagram settlement. I'll see if there's anything else. Instagram settlement, Illinois. Instagram settlement, Illinois payout date. So something is going in Illinois, okay, with Instagram. All right. So what I will do is, and it's a breakout. Breakout means it's up and coming. So what I will do is I'll go on Google and see what is going on. Okay, so Instagram settlement, Illinois. Let's see if there's something going on. All right, so I'm going to go directly to the news. Okay, Illinois users may be entitled to payment from Instagram. Now, if I look at the date, it says July 20th, 2023. All right. So if I go here to news, I'm going to see if anything else. Who's eligible and more. So this is July. Here it goes. 15 hours ago. Class action settlement. What to know about Illinois' 68 million Instagram settlement. Okay. So I'll click on this, dig around, see what I can find out. It is old news. Now, I can go to Answer the Public. Okay. And then type in, because I found it on Google Trends, Instagram settlement, Illinois. And search. And what it's going to tell me is what people are asking about when it comes to this Instagram settlement in Illinois. All right, so here we go. So here you have a circle, okay, with questions, all right? A circle with questions. Around the top is how much people pay for those keywords, and then here is how many searches. Okay, so as I'm going down, you want to find something with the least amount of searches because again, you're up and coming. Okay, so I'm looking for something. Let's see, 14010 Illinois settlement, Facebook. Okay, I don't think they mentioned anything about Facebook. So if I want to talk about it, here's all the things that I can talk about and the keywords that I can use to talk about it. Okay. So Illinois settlement, Facebook is probably a topic that people are talking about right now. Instagram settlement payout date would probably be the next thing. So what I can do is create a post about the Instagram Illinois payout date. Okay. Now let me go back to something that, I am doing right now. Okay. So marketing. Okay. So I'm going to let me put Instagram marketing. Let's stick to Instagram marketing. Okay, because I want to find topics that people are asking about when it comes to Instagram marketing. United States past 4 hours. I
think we lost Rocky on TV. I'm not sure if that's me or okay. So for those of you guys, while we wait for Rocky to get back on TV, if you have not switched over to KBCN TV, you need to do that. They'll put the link in. They've been putting it in the chat here on Clubhouse. How is this resonating with you guys? As I'm looking at this, Christine, I'm saying this kind of information changes the game for your accuracy. So can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I got kicked out though. I'm trying to come back in. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Do you want to just pick it up, and just, talking people through how you want to switch this up, Rob? You want me to just?
No, I'm going to try to come back in. I don't know why I did that.
All right, cool. Well, I'll just kind of hold space while you can focus on doing that. But I want to poll the audience really quickly, guys. How often do you show up and you calculate what you're going to do so that when you do it, you have the most optimum results, right? And I think that this is one of those tools that if you would slow down long enough and kind of learn this, it can save you so much. Oftentimes when I coach people, one of the challenges that they have is doing things that are more efficient, right? And so if you are a person that's interested in getting your time back, or maybe you don't have time, these tools change the game. Anybody interested in this information? How is it resonating with you? Come on, Sheree.
Well, I think one thing that a mistake that many of us makes is we post what we want to talk about, what we're thinking about, but we're not checking to see, is that what people want to know? Is it? And that's where these tools come in, because it lets you know what is it that people want to hear about, and versus you just, oh, I feel like I'm going to talk about this, or I'm going to post about this because this is what I'm feeling. You're not talking to you, you're talking to them. So you need to know what your audience wants to hear. And so that's where these tools come in.
Rocky's back.
All right, I'm going to jump right back in. Donate to the brand new computer for Rocky Fund, please. Thank you. It's an emergency. All right, so going back, what was the last thing you guys heard? Or what was
you were looking for marketing, Instagram marketing, what people were looking for, questions for Instagram marketing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so I'm going to, since I have a content creation boot camp come up, I'm going to put in content creation. Okay. And I'm going to see if anybody is searching anything for content creation for the past 4 hours. Scrolling down. No one is searching nothing for the past 4 hours. So I'm going to go a little bit further. The past day. AI for content creation. Ain't that something? Content creation jobs. Okay. So I was talking about AI content creation not too long ago. So since it says people are talking about AI content creation, that's the top. There's no rising right now. I don't want to talk about that. But what I will do is I'll go into YouTube, because people are constantly searching on YouTube. So with content creation, let me try past 4 days in YouTube search and see if anything comes up. Yep. Rising is AI content creation, but it's only at 50%. So let me do the past 7 days. Okay, so simulcasting, podcasting, Skyrim Anniversary Edition. What is content creation? That is at 180%. Okay, now podcasting is a breakout. So even though it's not talking about content creation, I'm going to use podcasting to see, because I'm talking about getting my podcast back, to see what people are asking about podcasting. So I'm just going to type in podcasting and answer the public to see what people are asking about podcasting. And then you can do Google, YouTube, or Bing, whatever your fancy is. So as you can see here, you didn't see the colors in the last one. Red is highly searched. Light pink is average searched. The peach color is lowest search. Okay. And you can see as well, if you are trying to pay to get the reach, it'll tell you how much it costs. So in this circle here, okay, I see questions about what people are asking. Again, since this is highly searched, I can use that, but then other people may be using that as well. So I like to go for the middle, the average searched, okay, which is these numbers here. So 50 searches is pretty good. It says, is podcasting profitable? I can make a post about, is podcasting profitable? Why podcasts are effective? That's something else it's giving you straight up the titles, you guys. I hope y'all are catching that. Why podcasting is important. Who invented podcasting? Which podcasts are free? Which podcasts have the most listeners? This is all content that you don't have to figure out what people are looking for, because it's telling you. I went into trends and I saw what was trending, but then I went to answer the public to see what people are asking, because if they have not searched this, then people are still asking for it. If it's here, people are still asking for it. Okay. And this is what I do next. Okay. So first is Google Trends. Then I go to answer the public. Then I take this question. Let's go with why podcasts are effective. I go straight to Google directly. And the question was, why is podcasting effective? I think. Hold on, let me see. What did I say? Yeah, why podcasts are effective. I'm going to type in why podcasts are effective. Okay, as you can see, it pops up. Okay, now when I scroll, okay, what I look for is what people are also asking, because this still needs to be answered. How effective is podcasting? Okay, that's being asked. If I scroll a little bit further, why are podcasts so popular? Why are podcasts important? Importance of podcasting education. Why podcasting is the future. Okay. And as I keep scrolling, some more may come up. Okay. So you can take essentially why podcasts are effective, go to what people are also searching for. That's feedback, not here. This is right here, right here. This is where you want to go. People also ask and create that content. Now, if I'm looking here, okay. Sorry if I'm going over, coach. This is good. Sorry. I'll try to hurry up.
No. Take your time. We're good.
Okay. If I look here and it says the top 5 podcasts, creative ways to digital growth, that's not answering the question. Podcasts are a powerful storytelling and advertising tool. That is answering the question. But when I look and I open up the article by Forbes to my bloggers, December 31st, 2021. So their content's going to be found because it's the only one there. But if you are creating a blog with the exact topic that people are searching for, you're going to be found. Okay. And I'm going to show you something. Okay. Why podcasts are effective. The next tool I go to is Ubersuggest. Okay. So in Ubersuggest, this is my Ubersuggest panel. They'll give you keyword ideas based around your website and your traffic, because they do a site audit. Okay. I have a site audit going on here. Okay. This is my website that they are looking up. And so it tells me what I need to fix, what my SEO score is. But if I go into keyword research, it'll give me keyword ideas. So I'm going to type in that question, why are podcasts effective? And I'm going to see what comes up. Maybe a little broad, but this is what people are looking for, right? So let's see what it comes up with. So why are podcasts effective? As you can see, if it's green, it is low. Okay. And it's giving me a whole nother list of things I can blog about. Why are podcasts popular? Why are podcasts good? Why are podcasts important? Why are podcasts good for research? It gives me a list. Now, the benefit of Ubersuggest, and I've paid it out for a year because I love it so much, is guess what? Generate content with AI. I don't even have to write my blog post. Why are podcasts effective? Make the blog for me, Ubersuggest. And here you go. Boom, an AI writer. Okay. So once I type this out and I put this in here, depending on if they can grab some content or not, that's going to be SEO friendly, I can say, write for me. And when I click write for me, it is going to write for me. I think I used all of my credits, so we'll see if it will actually write for me. But when I do write for me, it's going to give me my intro paragraph. It'll tell me choose a title. Okay. Unlocking the power of podcast, podcast revolution, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to say unlocking the power of podcasts. Okay. Then I'm going to say generate the next thing. The next thing is going to ask for your introduction paragraph. Okay. You're going to select out of what it's giving you an introduction paragraph. The little guy's so cute. Look at him just bopping. All right. So it's going to give me an introduction paragraph. Okay. So I'm going to pick introduction paragraph, and these are keyword stuffed, so you're going to be found. Then it says, let's generate your headings and your topics, pretty much. So it's going to give you your headings, and you're going to pick your headings. Okay, headings pack 1, headings pack 2, headings pack 4, and these are all the different headings under each topic of that blog post. Loaded, okay, over 7,000 words that are going to be used. The rise of podcasting, benefits of podcasting for communication, podcasting to statistics, and I still can't say the word statistics and trends, understanding podcasting audience. Okay, so then I'm going to select write it for me. Then it's going to write the whole blog. Now, if you're wondering, how is this going to help me with my content creation? Easy. You're going to take this whole blog, you're going to write this whole blog, and then you're going to break it down. Okay. I'm going to take this blog and use another tool of mine, Flick.social, after I write the blog. And I'm going to say, turn this blog into a carousel post. Turn this blog into a YouTube video script. Turn this blog into a podcast script. Turn this blog into a real idea. Turn this blog into every single piece of content that I can that's wrapped around a keyword that I searched for something that I searched to find out what people are looking for so that I can turn around and produce what they're looking for. And guess what? Every little bit of content wherever I am at is going to come back to my website and it's going to come back to my blog. So if it's coming back to my website, they're going to wonder who the heck is this girl with this great information that has exactly what I'm looking for. And then I get traffic to my business. And that's how that works. Now, this is taking a really long time. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. Just know that the blogs are being written. I try to do this every day, every other day. I've written about 3 blogs so far that has gotten me ranked. And I'm going to show you right now really quickly. I'm going to go to, and you have to get with Favor or myself. I can kind of walk you through. If your website isn't attached to the Google Search Console, you're not being found right now. He had to show me that. As soon as he hooked me up to the Google Search Console, you guys, I am now found under Virginia Marketing Agency. So this is an incognito page. I'm going to type in Virginia Marketing Agency. Incognito means it has no data. So when you type in Virginia Marketing Agency, is it under that one or is it under, here we go. Boom, Social with Rocky. Virginia Marketing Agency, I'm found under that. Now, in my local area, okay, and I'm actually curious to see if any of my blog posts popped up yet. Not yet. It's coming though. If I were to search, if I were to go to, look at me still looking. If I were to go from my local area, okay, and this is on my computer, but it's based on local, and I type in Virginia Marketing Agency because it looks at your location. If anybody were to type in Virginia Marketing Agency based on location, I come up second. Why? Because it's results from Williamsburg, Virginia. Boom. There's Rocky. Number 2 under Virginia Creative Group and Newport News. Comes up right away based off of content that I've produced for the local market. I have a blog that says Virginia Marketing Agencies. If you want to do whatever in your business, this is how you do it. Everything is local. Okay. And because of that, as well as this dashboard on Ubersuggest, based on my website, it tells me here are the pieces of content you need to produce in order for you to get more traction on your website. Williamsburg Marketing Agency, Williamsburg, Virginia, Virginia Marketing Agency in Virginia. And when I hit start in Ubersuggest, it tells me exactly what to do. You need to write a blog post about Williamsburg Marketing Agencies. And then I'll go through that same process over again in order for me to get found and continue to source it, continue to put it in there so that I can be found based off of keywords alone, and then building my content off of that. And again, to sum this all up, it's based off of content that people are searching for because you found that content that people are searching for. And that is my training. And hopefully you guys, if you need help, reach out.
Listen, let me say this. I was telling Cherie in the background, Rocky, while you were doing this, and I'm going long on purpose because I need everybody to understand. So we're in the middle of a restructure. Over these next couple of weeks, we're going to be sharing some things with you guys as a community that's going to be critical as to where we're going and where you can find us. There's a reason why I flooded my timelines with everything Panama, knowing that it was not about business, at least the current business that I'm in. I have a very strategic plan and some things that Cherie and I are going to be doing while here in Panama. I need people to know we're here. That's important because what's getting ready to happen is we're going to take some of these tools and we're going to go back to and reconnect dots. And I'm going to promise you right now, it's not going to happen by an accident. We're going to be highly strategic on where we're going. I need y'all to understand that these tools are designed to help you move faster. And to help you move faster efficiently within the guidelines of how these platforms are set up. One of the reasons why people say that a platform is dead is because it no longer performs the way that it performed when you first showed up. And so in your mind, you didn't shift, but it did. You understand me? So at one point, Rocky, the reason people are using Instagram as a photo gallery is because it worked for that. It no longer works for that. And I think a lot of us as users, and I know I'm guilty of this, I am guilty of using it for what I said, listen, Clubhouse does not function the way it did 3 years ago when it came out. And if you're here thinking that, or maybe you're back after being gone for a year, and you're thinking that you're going to kind of get in and interact, you're not. And I just think that it's ridiculously important for us to get this kind of information and really, really hold it close to the vest, because it's going to change some things. Sheree?
Yeah. Hey, Rocky. First, thank you so much for all that information. Have a quick question. So these different apps that you talked about, Glimpse, Google Trends, Answer the Public, Uber Suggest, and then Flick Social. Are these all paid apps, or are any of these free?
They are paid, or if they're free, you get a certain limit amount of research.
Okay.
The way I always justify paying for your tools is get your products to pay you back. Get your products to pay for the tools you're using. Cycle it around. Like digital products, I sell these little $27, $47 products because even if I sell one product, it's paying for my Uber Suggest. I'll give you a little hack for Uber Suggest. Get on Uber Suggest for, I think it's $37 a month. Have them for a couple of months. Attempt to cancel. They're going to give you an offer to stay longer. The first offer, I think, is like 3 months for a certain amount of time. Then you're like, nah, I'm good. They're going to give you another offer, $100 for lifetime use. Take it, because that's what I did. So I have it for a lifetime for $100. Answer the Public's only $9.99. Glimpse is free up to 10 searches a day. What was the other one? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Flick Social. Flick.social.
Okay, so Flick.social, that is about, I don't know, because I use it as an agency. So mine is like way high, because I think I started with 27. It might be cheaper than that, Sheree, but Flick.social is amazing as well. And that'll help you manage and post to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And your Instagram stories. Does all the things. And it has AI. I'll do a training on that next week.
Listen, y'all, if y'all didn't get any value out of this, I don't know what rock you're under, but Rocky just showed up and dropped all kinds of wisdom. And it does you no good to ideate and don't initiate. This is great information, but I need it to come out of your head and into your hand, and you to put it to action, y'all. Sign up for the 100 days of finishing strong. It's an executions challenge. Click the link at the top of the room. Tomorrow we get kicked off. And so I think what we're going to do we're going to talk about on Face It Friday, facing executing in the face of adversity, or something around that line, Sheree. And we're going to talk about this as we get this challenge underway. Social with Rocky every week, right here. Tech Thursday. It goes down. Rocky, as always. It's 7:58, 58 minutes after 7 o'clock here in Panama City, Panama. 58 minutes after the hour, wherever you are. Guys, we went a lot longer than we normally did. I make zero apologies for it, because I think that this is stuff that you guys need to know, and hopefully you'll go run the play. At the end of the day, here's what we know to be true. You cannot get to any place of significance by yourself, because we all need some help. Rocky, thank you. Thank you. Always, always good. We're going to finish off on Rocky's song, y'all. Y'all be good. We're way over time. I got a hard stop in 1 minute. Y'all be good. Rocky, I'll see you this afternoon. And we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Thank you again for the opportunity. If you guys want to hear how to build extraordinary teams, I'll be on Rocky's platform this afternoon. Go to her club, follow it, and you'll get the notifications, however it's working these days on Clubhouse. Just figure it out. And I'll see you this afternoon. Y'all be good. We'll talk to you tomorrow. The room will close when the music does. KBCN, thanks a lot. Appreciate all of you guys that viewed us by way of YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. This room will be closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Y'all be good.